It is Thursday. It is a beautiful Thursday. Why? Because sitting behind me is Minute Maid Park. And guess what happened in Minute Maid Park last night? The Astros beat the Yankees 4-2. That's what happened in Minute Maid Park last night. People are happy. The mayor just left here not too long ago. My two photographers are here. We're having a blast this morning. And it's good to be here. Good morning to you all. Melissa, Dave, Backstage Dave joining us right now. I've also got the show in my ear. And Kevin, I know you can handle that. Can you take it out, please?
Yeah, I got it.
Thank you very much. There you go. All right. There you go. All right, let's get right to it. Melissa, good morning to you.
Well, good morning to you. It's been so fun to see all your stories down at Minute Maid. My goodness, we are ready for the game tonight. Are you feeling the electric energy down there? Do you feel it? Are people walking by, or have you gotten to talk to anybody?
I haven't gotten to talk to a lot of people. You know, we get down here relatively early, and there are people going to work, but they seem to be on their way. They'll stop and say hello for a hot minute. They keep going. They're happy about the Astros winning. Maybe 4 or 5 people have actually stopped by here and said they're happy about the Astros winning. Really, really cool. And as you well know, we just had the mayor here. 2 hits for the 9 o'clock hour. He was here for the first half and told us what he thinks the score is going to be tonight. So it's been a lot of fun this morning. Ralph Cooper, Paul Galan also joining me.
I love it. Well, I'm working on a couple of health stories that are amazing. One of them is a sickle cell, just a complete comprehensive center in Houston. That's all they treat. And so much more, though. So for these sickle cell patients, it's a one-stop shop for them, basically. So any type of health problems they have, if they have sickle cell, they can be treated right there under that one roof. This is huge for patients. Sickle cell disproportionately affects African Americans and Hispanic Americans, and this is a very painful disease. It's called sickle cell because their blood cells are, they call it sort of like a quarter moon. They're shaped like a sickle, and those get sticky, and when it hits their vessels, it hurts them so severely. But UT is doing all kinds of trials, clinical trials, where these patients, for the first time in their lives, some of them after 50 years, are pain-free. So I can't wait to show you what they're doing. That'll be tomorrow morning. If you'll join us at 9 o'clock, I'll share that story with you. And then I'm also headed right now to Hockley, to Boys and Girls Country. This is an amazing place where it's about 100 local students who live there, and by default, they don't have families. Either perhaps their parents are in jail, or maybe their parents just couldn't afford to keep them and they gave them away. But instead of being under CPS custody, they live at Boys and Girls Country. Now, this property is so heavily funded, Nate, that if they go to high school, they get to choose a college of their choice and it will be paid for. If they graduate from college, they get to choose a car after that. And this is all funded by Houstonians. And so I'll be emceeing their huge gala in a couple of weeks. And this is where they raise millions for these 100 children. It is a remarkable place. It's one of the most, I think, magical places in Houston. It's a working ranch where all these kids have jobs, but then they get on the bus and go to school, they go to church together, and I'll be bringing you that story very soon.
Wow, that sounds like fun, Melissa. Also sounds like something that I guess our young people need now to keep them inspired to want to stay in school and do well.
Yeah, and kudos to all the people who make such a difference in their lives by helping them financially.
Absolutely. All right, Melissa, thank you so much. Have a great day.
And
I know you're thinking Go Stros.
Oh, that's all I'm thinking.
Right. Very good, very good.
Besides my incredible medical stories,
good,
that's in the back of the mind always. Go Stros. We'll see you soon, Nate.
Gotcha. All right, very good. All right, guys, let's keep it moving. We got some people who are watching on the scroll now. Let me say hello to them. I see you, Linda Bonita Perez, good morning. Shadon, good morning. And Maria. Also, there is C. Crisp. I see you, C. Crisp. And Kathy, good morning to you as well. Always good to see y'all. Always good to have you guys be part of what we're doing this morning. Backstage Dave.
Yes, sir.
Where are you? What are you doing?
I'm on the studio. I am next to Melissa, and I just looked at her and I said, "You're an angel." I love her stories. You know, Melissa and I actually met. I hope she remembers this. Before I started at Fox 26, she was hosting, emceeing a special event at the Hobby Center. I was there with my mom, and I kind of had done a few American Idol things with Ruben, but you were emceeing and you came over to say hi to Mom and I will never forget that.
I remember.
Yes! It was so cool, and now I get to work with you.
Yes,
I love it.
I
love what you do for the community.
Thank you.
So you're amazing.
Ya.
You know what else is amazing, Nate? Black Adam. And so we did, I'm going to move closer to the camera. We did our premiere last night here in H-Town, And we had Eric is his name, and I said I would give him a better shout out. I couldn't remember. It was airbrushInkArt.com. Eric did this, and it's not permanent. He basically put a stencil on my arm, and then they sprayed it. I did not get like a big Sharpie and just write Black Adam on my arm. But it's got like the lightning bolt. Look how that is. Let me do that right there. Yeah, you see that, the lightning bolt? So we did the H-Town premiere last night at the Regal Theater, Greenway Palace, and everybody loved it. They walked out of the movies, everybody was excited, saying how great it was, and I keep forgetting to say on the air, I'm going to say it right here on the after show, but I will remind you tomorrow morning on the air, stay for the after credit scene. That's all I'm going to say. No reveal on that one. Something big happens. Don't Google it. Be surprised. The theater that I saw it in Los Angeles, the theater actually screamed, including myself, the after credit scene. And it's not, you don't have to sit through like the entire credit thing. It's literally after the last scene of the film. You wait just a couple of minutes and then something happens. And it's awesome. Yeah, Isaiah Carey was there last night. I know he was excited about the after credit scene. And we were on the Factor Uncensored last night talking a little bit about that. But everybody's excited. The big movie opening up this weekend. The other film is Ticket to Paradise, and that's a rom-com. If you're interested in rom-com, well, George Clooney and Julia Roberts, they do it the best. It's a story about a married couple. They've been divorced for like 20 years, but then they go to Bali to stop their daughter from getting married. It's hilarious. And Julia and George together on camera is just incredible. Their chemistry is amazing. This movie is great. It's a great date night movie, as George Clooney told you this morning. You can always go to the Backstage UL YouTube channel in case you missed the interview here on Fox 26. But we're super excited. And coming up, Fox 26 News at noon, we're talking with Noah Centineo. You know him from a lot of the Netflix movies. Back in the day. I've known Noah for many, many years. He was doing a lot of young adult movies at Netflix. To All the Boys I've Loved, that was one of them. He did like a whole series of films. And now he's a superhero in Black Adam. And the interview is great. Stick around at noon. You can watch that on Fox 26. But tomorrow, Nate, we are building even more excitement for Black Adam. And it all finishes up with an interview with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. We have The Rock tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. here on Fox 26. I don't know if the tattoo will survive. I purposely this morning in the shower, I didn't really clean this area because I was afraid it would go away. I wanted it at least for TV today. I'm going to have to watch at some point later, I think, Nate, or my mom will say something. But let's see what's left tomorrow morning when we actually have The Rock with us here on Fox 26. But yeah. Sports question, Nate. Who is pitching today?
Dave.
I do not know. Who's pitching for our Astros?
Framber Valdez.
Perfect. Dude.
Yeah, he's a guy.
Yeah.
Framber Valdez is going for the Astros today with his 17-6 record, 25 quality starts, which is a, right there, very top majors. Yeah. And then on top of that, he's a lefty. So we're going to see how the Yankees actually deal with the lefties. In fact, I think their lineup is built to deal with lefties. But they're going to see Framber Valdez today. We're going to see if they're able to handle him.
It's going to be a great game. I'm a lefty,
as far as
so I'm
taking
cheering,
a shower
obviously,
is concerned,
for our man. It's going to be a great game. My prediction, we're winning again today.
yes.
Yeah.
You want to give me a score?
It's going to be tight. I mean, the defense on both these teams is just incredible, and you saw that in play last night. I mean, just, the fact that we didn't know for most of the game. In fact, I was getting messages from friends, and they were like, are we going to do another 18-inning night? I'm like, no, it'll pop open. Of course, Pena did it. My prediction tonight, it's going to be another close game, Nate. I'm going to call the Astros, and I'm going to call it 5-2. That's not really close, is it?
The mayor said the mayor actually said 5-4. So
5-4? Okay.
You say you're going to say 5-2.
5-2 Astros.
I'm saying 6-2. Yeah, you're saying 5-2 Astros. I'm going with 6-2 Astros. I believe Ralph Cooper is going, the Hall of Famer. I think he is going with 8-4. I think that's what he said. Either 8-4, 8-2, and Paul Gallant was somewhere in the 5-3 range. So everybody's understanding that it's going to be a pretty good defensive battle. Astros bats will probably hit late in the game. They'll get to that bullpen, and that's when they have and do the most damage. Severino's on the hill tonight for the Yankees, so he's a pretty good pitcher.
I think Altuve gets out of his slump tonight. Let me throw that prediction out there as well.
What you got?
I think Altuve is actually going to have a good night tonight. I honestly think that.
Think he'll
He's
break
due.
out of his slump?
Yeah, I think he's due, and I think it's
Okay,
tonight.
very
I think the
good.
win last night is going to pump him up, and he's got a lot to. Well, he doesn't really have a lot to prove. He's a great player, dude. Fun fact: I saw his very first major league hit at the Juice Box many years ago. I just went to an Astros. It was a day game, and they said we've got this new player, Jose Altuve, and we looked at him. It was like, okay, who's this guy? I saw his very first MLB hit at Minute Maid Park. It was exciting. I think tonight he's going to have a good night. I'm hoping for that. I really want him to show who he is, because we all know who he is. He's great.
Let's hope that he does, Dave. Thanks so much, man. All the best to you. I'm dying to see the interview with The Rock.
That's
Dwayne
happening
Johnson.
tomorrow, my friend. There's more Black Adam. I'll get back in the light. Here we go. Wait, let me go over here.
All right, buddy. Thank you so much, man.
There.
Hey, while you're at it, ask him about the Roughnecks while you're at it, okay? Thanks, man.
Okay. Got it.
All right, brother. All right. Hey, we're going to get out of here. It's about that time. We're going to get out of here a little early. Remember, first pitch, 6:37. Make sure you tune in. Astros going for 2 in a row. They get 2. It's going to be tough to win this thing if you're in New York. Just telling you, no matter home field advantage or not. So 6:37 first pitch. We'll have highlights for you in the morning. Also, Friday Football Fever comes from Decaney and Spring High Schools. It's on, so it's going to be a whole lot of fun. Me and Chelsea are going to be at it again. That's going to do it for today. We certainly appreciate y'all. The crew, Daniela Cinderella, the very stylish Janae, Lisa Taylor, Shining Diamond, busy. Wrote a big personality, Shanette, she was actually editing this morning. Barbie doll Barbie, Carolina, Lena Sanchez, Jessica the Great Berman, Rico the Suave Jones, Mark Coleman, better known as Mr. Oatmeal, the Lion, Grambling Grad, Kevin Collins, the Chef John Butler, also known as Mr. Meat. That name courtesy of Johnny, Two Big Toes Rodriguez, Hockey Dan, Juan, Can I Get a Mic Check Miller, Big Daddy Bradley, the Mayor, Dave Lanier, also out here, Dexus Tech, Grandpa Mark Jenner, Alex What's Up Supco, the Mixmaster, Randy Pickle Juice Tilly, Ole Miss Maggie, and John Gelato Chastain. By the way, John, prayers to your family, man. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a big day. Go by and give John a little pat on the back, guys. All right, y'all take